Americans eat an average of 100 hamburgers a year. Now that's probably fitting since the U.S. is the world's largest producer of beef. Ranchers will tell you that the Longhorn was the first breed of cattle brought into this country way back in the 16th century by the Spanish. Now when you hear the word Longhorn, you probably think of Texas. But in this episode, we're going to talk beef in the Buckeye State.
Come on, girls. Come on, sweethearts.
Darrell Dickinson and his wife Linda started their Longhorn cattle career in Colorado. But it's here in Ohio that the family found its fortune in beef with the Dickinson Cattle Company.
Raising cattle is grass and management and water and things like that. So this is great cattle country here. We're in the Ohio River Valley grasslands. It's wonderful grass country.
The family ranches on more than 4,000 acres and welcomes visitors with farm tours in the summer. Buyers and visitors alike come to see the Longhorns.
Do you think that's a pretty cow there?
I think it's beautiful.
She's black and white speckled. She's got big curly horns. She's got a sweet disposition. She raises beautiful calves.
Darrell, along with his wife and children, oversee the meat of the business here, raising and marketing registered cattle.
We sell all natural Texas Longhorn beef, and we sell semen, frozen bull semen, from our very best bulls.
The science of selection has also made it possible for the Dickinson Cattle Company to clone some of their prized cattle.
Well, this is a cow that was used for clones. This is Shadow Jubilee, and she's should be a little over 84 inches tip to tip on her horns, and she just had a new baby calf here about maybe 3 weeks ago.
Joel Dickinson is the ranch's herd manager, overseeing a cattle operation that's grown from 40 head in 1989 to more than 1,000 head today. Joel and his crew will round up the newborn calves to check on their weight, give them vaccinations, and tag them.
Lift the skin up.
Okay.
Put the needle under the skin.
Right here?
Yep. And then we're giving it just a half a cc. Not very much. A little more. Right there, that's pretty good.
After vaccinations, Joel takes a picture of each new calf on his iPhone. Those digital photos are transmitted to the ranch office, where Joel's mom enters the data on the company website.
So it's red and white after 5409.
We have the largest internet presence of any breed of cattle or breed association in the United States, and we sell about 90% of the cattle online.
What are people looking for in a Longhorn?
They've got to have beef quality, they got to be pretty conformation, pretty color, good disposition, raise a large calf. In Longhorn cattle, they got to have pretty twisty horns.
Darrell says economics and consumer demands have changed his industry over the past 40 years.
When we first started, it was really important for cattle to be very fat, and fat was important, and fat wasn't a bad thing. Today, people talk lean. So Texas Longhorns were criticized years ago because they weren't fat enough. Now they're complimented because of their high protein, low cholesterol, low carb, low fat content.
And he expects even bigger changes in the future.
Well, in the future, we're going to see less grain available to feed all livestock. So it's being used for ethanol and export and other things. So the cattle of the future are going to be cattle that eat cactus and grass and briars and low quality fiber. So that's where the Texas Longhorns really excel.
Do you expect that one day the kids will take over and continue
Well,
to run the
our
ranch?
13-year-old grandson, I asked him the other day, I said, what do you think you'll do in life? He says, well, Grandpa, I don't know, but he said, I may have to take over the ranch. And I said, well, why do you say that? And he says, well, have you noticed how old my dad is? Well, you met him today, he's like 36, so he's already thinking about booting his dad out and taking over.
With young folks pushing their way into the family business, the Dickinsons see a continuity to their life on the land, something to be handed down to the next generation.
You do well what you like to do, and you like to do what you do well. So our family enjoys this kind of a business.